So in October this year, the 1st of October, I'm doing the Cross Channel Challenge. We're looking to raise £100,000 for Great Ormond Street and the Prince's Charity split equally. So today I've come here to Great Ormond Street to have a look around and see some of the good work that they do. I mean, I think, well, we're all guilty of it, and certainly as athletes, that we live in a bit of a bubble within our team, doing our sport, just focusing on one thing, making our canoes go fast. And so it's quite nice to kind of step out of that and really come and see the real world and see the stories of some other people, really, and see, you know, how life has affected them. It almost feels slightly fraudulent that I come here and they're all very nice and they make a big deal of myself doing the challenge, which is very nice of them. But at the end of the day, what they're doing, I'm going to go out in the sea and paddle for 3 hours. It's what I do every day, it's what I'm trained to do. Life's dealt them a really rough hand of cards and they're dealing with it, and they're dealing with something which is, you know, obviously what I'm doing pales into insignificance with what they have to endure. Mine's just 3 hours of hard work. These guys, some of them are there coming 3 times a week to have dialysis. What they're doing, really, they're the heroes, really.
At the moment, we've got some of the oldest clinical buildings in London. Paul and us went into the Southwood building earlier, which was built in the 1930s. So at the moment, we're redeveloping 2/3 of the hospital, which will enable us to treat 20% more children when it's completed. The day-to-day running is paid by the NHS, but the charity tops up every year by £50 million, which is no mean feat. And people like Paul with a personal target for us as 50,000 is a huge achievement if he can get to that. And we'd obviously like to support him as much as we can. It's just really nice for the kids sort of get some sort of break in their day-to-day at being at the hospital, because Paul's visit's really nice to kind of just meet other people and hear about his story. And it's also good from his side of things, really, to kind of meet some of the children and just really truly understand what it's all about.
I have to be honest that I'm really focusing on the flat water at the moment and building up for the Worlds, which are the Olympic qualifiers later on in the year in August. So that's what I'm focusing on day to day, but I hope to carry across my fitness from that. And then in the month of September, I'll get lots of time out on the sea, in the surf ski, getting used to the bumpy water and the big ferries that go across, and try and raise my game on the sea as well.
And what's your target?
Well, if Ian's done 2 hours 59, 2:58. We just got to make sure that we. I mean, hey, you know, Ian was a fantastic canoeist and he set the bar very high. At the end of the day, what really matters is we raise lots of money for the charity. But yes, I have an ego and I want to get the record.
So everyone at the charity and hospital, we're following Paul up in the run-up to his big event, which we'll be watching with great interest. And we'd also like to thank Huntswood for their great support of Paul and helping him do his personal challenge.
Oh, absolutely. It's actually quite amazing the amount of things that you have to consider and the amount of cost, to be honest, in order to do the challenge. I mean, firstly, you have to apply to the Guinness World Records. You then, in order to comply with them, you need to have support boats, all the right equipment. And I've been very fortunate. It's always been something I wanted to do. And I had a chance meeting with David Brownlow, the chief executive of Huntswood, and he really believed in the idea too. And he actually volunteered the services of Huntswood to cover all the costs of the event, which means that every penny raised goes to the charities, and it's only really with Huntswood support that the whole thing can really happen.